Gaffer, how are we feeling? Busy week?
Yeah, busy week. Obviously got back from Exeter. The boys had a day off on the Sunday, so we're back in full week. Normal business resumes.
The boys look really gutted at the end after that second half performance. Have you had to pick them up?
No, they're disappointed we didn't win the game, and it's not an easy place to go, Exeter. I know we went down there, we created enough to win the game, we know that, especially the second half. I thought we were more on the front foot. And after the game, they were a little bit disappointed in terms of that we didn't come away with the 3 points because we limited Exeter to, I think it was a half a shot from outside the box second half, and the chances we created, our boys expect themselves to score. So yeah, they were a little bit disappointed, but we got to keep going. It's not too far away. We keep on saying that we're getting better at creating chances. It's just now making sure we just don't give away any silly ones at the other end.
We've had a clear week, no midweek fixture for the first time for a little while. So what we've been up to at Bearwood? Just back on the grass, getting the boys back in, make sure the spirits are good. Like I said to you, we got good characters here, and I think the players had a players meeting on Tuesday morning themselves, to speak about what's been going on and how they see it. I think that's turned out really positive for them, and they've worked really well through the week. Talk to me about the frustration, because we've had the chances, but still just 2 wins in the league. A lot of the fans are frustrated as well. What's your frustrations?
Exactly the same as that. But we spoke about this at the start of the season. You go back to 2 years ago, and I don't want to go back over it. The start of the season with so many changes in the summer. We got guys coming in later on in the window. Boys catching up to fitness. Positives are Paddy O'Connor got back on the grass, played a full 102 minutes. Matt Ritchie's first start coming into the team. And we're getting stronger and we're building. We did think it would take a little bit of time. Obviously, disappointed. We probably have more wins under the belt, especially the last 2 games. I felt we've left a couple of points in either game there on the field, which the boys are in the same frustration as we are. But we got to keep going, keep moving forward, and keep working hard. And we're getting better. We keep on seeing that.
Big 8 days coming up. 3 games in there. 1 away, 2 at home. Let's talk about the away one, Cardiff City. Regardless of the table and form at the start of the season, that was always going to be a tricky one. This is a big game. Yeah,
absolutely. Listen, they're a good side. They've got good players. A really good manager, Brian, in there. Obviously, come through after he spelled at Rochdale, has been at Man City for a number of years. Really good coach, really good guy for me. And it'll be a tough game. They're in good form. They're a good side. They've just come down. Obviously, they've got a big squad, talented squad with plenty of internationals and whatnot. So it'll be a tough game for us.
It's also a big stadium, big crowd. They've had a couple of stutters at home this season. Will the key be to frustrate and get that crowd on their back early doors?
Yeah, listen, we got to go there with a plan. Definitely to go and try. Number 1, get something out of the game. Number 2, try win it. We're away from home. No games away from home are easy at this level. So it's important that we, make sure we're structured and our discipline's really good, but also we go after them as well when we can.
And do you know Brian is from the same part of the world as you?
Yeah, not far down the road. I've obviously been in Brian's company loads of times. He's a good guy. Yeah, really nice guy.
And what's his football philosophy, would you say? And has that changed since he's been back into first team environment?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I watched him at Rochdale when he was there, and he tried to play the same way. The same ethos, same values, and that's why he ended up probably at Man City in terms of looking after their Premier League 2 team for a number of years. So he's a footballing man. They will play total football, and it'll be a really good game.
And we talked about the home crowd, but we have to mention the away following as well. Sold out away end at Exeter. I think we're close to approaching the full allocation at Cardiff, which is nearly 3,000.
Wow.
Away following phenomenal for Reading.
Yeah, brilliant. The fans here have been brilliant, and right now we're probably not getting what we deserve. But the majority of the fans, even at Exeter, were there and they were supporting and they were backing the boys, and I think the majority of them can see it. Obviously, we know the frustration as well. Just got to stick with the lads, because if they're not down tools, they're working their backsides off. They're giving everything they've got for the shirt. It's just not falling at the moment, and I'm sure if they keep on doing that, it will come good.
What a great place to start a run though, Cardiff away.
Yeah, listen, we are on a run. This is the thing. We are on a run. We've been beating 1 in 8. It's important that we just fine-tune things and make sure that the detail is right, and we don't give away silly goals that probably we have done in the last few games, and we can go on to win the game.
I always ask you about injuries, but you've mentioned Paulie, Matt, Richie. How's the squad looking?
Yeah, we're getting stronger. We're getting fitter and stronger. We keep on saying that. Our numbers are really good in the games. People like Paddy O'Connor coming to the team and doing what he's done just shows the character of the lad. And then even Matty starting, and we planned to play Matty 60 minutes, but he looked strong, he looked good, and he kept on going. So, we got to keep getting boys back. Derek's not too far away as well, so hopefully over the next week or so we'll get another couple back.
We've had one of our loanees come back into the squad. Tom Norcott's been at Woking. Talk to me about that decision.
Yeah, Joel obviously picked up something last week in training, and then obviously felt it again in the game. So we just thought, as precaution, we bring Tom back. He's had a really good, positive loan spell at Woking, and I think they've both suited each other really, really well. So we bring him back into the squad, and we go from there. And
since we last spoke, we've had the FA Cup draw, always a magical time for football fans up and down the country. Carlisle United at home, your thoughts on that one? Yeah, listen, it's a great draw. Obviously experienced manager, they're doing well in the league, they're up there in a third. So no game's easy, but we got to just make sure we focus on the games that are coming before that, our league games, and then when that comes around we take care of that as well. We talked about the need for wins in the league and stuff and getting there, but can a cup help in those situations? Yeah, I believe so. I do think so. I think they can. It's important that we keep momentum. That's number one. So from us, we just go towards Saturday. Then we obviously got 2 league games, and then the cup comes around. But cup runs can be magical. We know that. I've been involved in some myself where you just don't know where you end up. Right, safe journey to Cardiff. We shall see you there. Thank you.